All right, Sports Inquirer here with Coach from Georgia Tech Volleyball. Team was able to get a sweep over North Carolina State on November 17th.
Yes.
Discuss that match and what the team did well to earn the win.
Yeah, it felt like we played a very solid match from the beginning. I think that we had the whole week to prepare for them. Definitely focused on some things that we wanted to execute at a better level than what we did when the first time around that we played them. We knew certain people we wanted to do a better job defensively against, and I felt like we did that. Offensively, I felt like we were pretty distributed, hit well, defend well, served well. So I think a very high level match for us on Sunday.
Your defensively held them to 24% hitting, so one of the better defensive performances. I talked to some players earlier, talked about they had a high serve, kind of a high setting approach, and with their slide, and that'd be difficult to deal with. How do you think the team handled their offense?
Yeah, for sure. Very just unconditional, like not traditional, untraditional, I guess that's the word. Not something that we see all the time. We see the game a little bit faster on the pins, and they definitely set a higher ball, and I think that got us a little bit of trouble the first time around that we played them, but definitely again we had, we only played that match on Sunday, so we pretty much have a couple extra days to really focus on them and how we wanted to defend them, and I think we took advantage of the extra time we had on the court.
And we'll get to the seniors as a group later on, but we'll focus on Cody specifically, 11 to 12 attacking. Just talk about her performance and being so efficient with that part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, she's been doing great, just having a great year overall, hitting almost 500, I think, for the year, leading the nation in hitting percentage. And just it's been really fun to just see her development, her maturity. I mean, even in that match, she scored in a bunch of different ways, not only hitting the ball hard. I mean, she placed the ball, she, took controlled swings, she used the block. So those are all different ways of scoring and seeing just that maturity and that growth within her game. It's been fun.
And she's part of a group of seniors that I think maybe your first full recruiting class, maybe not your first or second full recruiting class, and just their development from when they got here, and now the program is put itself high in the conference and on a national stage.
Sure.
Discuss that group and kind of what they've been contributed.
These guys have been a great part of our program. I think that they have helped us in many ways on and off the court and setting standards on when we talk about, what kind of teammates we want to be, what kind of things we want to focus on with our program, what type of young women do we want to develop, and they all do a very good job of representing that. So definitely very proud of their accomplishments here, within the team and how far they have. They've been a big, I think, difference in why there is a culture shift and there is a lot of really good things happening now. These guys started young in their careers. When I first got here in the beginning of the years that I was here, and helped me kind of throughout this process. So I'm definitely very grateful for them, thankful for them for one, believing in our program and the things that we want to do, and then putting in their heart and soul into it. They're a hard-working group that you never had to question their work ethic. Great students, great representatives of Georgia Tech and our university, and definitely just our program. So it's been fun to see their progress, and I know they're going to do great things in the future. And
what about some of them where when the first early part of their career, they had different roles than where they do now, especially with a large underclassmen group? Let's talk about them handling that and keeping the harmony of the team, and because that could be a tension builder of younger players coming in and playing large roles that may have previously been to those current seniors.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think they just embrace we talked about team all the time and how are we good teammates, how do we make the person next to us better. And I think they really bought into that concept. I think that, everybody's got their moment in their careers and even in and out during the season on the roles that they play, how they change within every year and within every group that we have. And this group always had the best interests of the team in mind. They were never selfish with their decisions and with the way that they acted, and they worked to make this program better. And those are the kind of people that you need in your program in order for you to be the best that you can. Or unselfish people who are going to do things to make the person next to them better. And I think that more often than not, these guys have done a great job of that, while also cherishing their goals and growing within their own individual I think that they have been a big part of the growth of this program and why we are where we are today.
And two more things. 3 matches left. Still trying to finish high in the conference and potential postseason bid.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? Talk to Lexi about that. She's played with Purdue, been an NCAA tournament team. Just how do you handle these matches where you know that every match matters, but now the committees are really starting to come together and look at your resume and everything like that?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I'm sure we grab national attention. You know, we're playing some good volleyball. We're in the top of the nation in different statistical categories. We have individual performers that are doing well nationally as well, and also within the ACC. We're not only winning our matches. I think that we're playing really good volleyball. Our stats look good. Our team is very well rounded. So we are playing some good volleyball as of now, and we got to continue to control our controllables. You know, it's what we do when we get in here and we get ready to work for practice and day in and day out, scouting. How do we prepare? How do we take one match at a time? And how do we make ourselves, just play Georgia Tech volleyball? I mean, we got to get out there. We got to play aggressive, have some fun, but be efficient with the things that we do. Be good in our system, and play with some confidence. And I think that we're doing that over and over. We've been doing that for a while. So hopefully that's grabbing everyone's attention on the things that we're doing here, because we're definitely one of the top teams in the country.
And then finally, you have Clemson coming here starting on Friday. You swept them earlier in the year, but they actually were able to win, beat Virginia recently. So they're coming in with some good momentum. And also, court number 1 is a big hitter for them, top 5 conference in kills.
Yes.
So discuss Clemson and kind of what will they present you?
Yeah, I mean, a challenge as always. Every time we play them, it has been a very difficult match. I think they have a great staff. They got their program is also on the rise. They have dealt with some injuries this year, and nothing has slowed them down. So we know that these guys will be ready to fight and come in here and give us their best shot. So, like any other match that we have, in the regular season here, these next 3 matches, we know every team wants to win. I mean, that's how it is to compete at this level. So, slowing down, Caitlin is definitely going to be a big thing. She's a great player, one of the top players in our conference. But they also have just a great supporting cast around her that it's doing some really good things too. So we really just have to be ready for their best shot at us. And we start today with getting prepared and focus on our side a little bit today, and then tomorrow and Thursday really focus on Clemson and the things that we want to do against them and how we want to execute strategically, as well as to see what happens. But again, is every time we step on this court, we're on a mission. So we got to make sure that we're ready for that on Friday.